We cover a lot of concepts that are everything from dating abuse scenarios to consent, and one of the best skills I give them is a communication strategy, and it's really eye-opening for them to not only apply the strategy, but then to point out the fact that it may be difficult to talk about these things, but if they can't talk about them, that's actually an indicator that they're not ready to be interacting at that level. And so I think it was a 9th grader who just turned to the whole class and was like, if you can't talk about it, you shouldn't be doing it.
For over 40 years, the Women's Resource Center has provided comprehensive services for female and male victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, dating violence, trafficking, and stalking in Lackawanna and Susquehanna counties. Teen dating and sexual violence is highly prevalent, starts early in life, and has consequences for individuals, families, schools, and communities.
I was really surprised just how intelligent and how grown up a lot of them already have been. And ironically, I'm actually dealing with 2 of these situations in my classrooms over the last week. So it also helped me, able to do the right thing.
The mission of the Women's Resource Center is to end domestic and sexual violence through advocacy, education, and social change. Research shows that prevention is possible, but no one person, school, agency, or organization can do it alone. Together, we can prevent dating and sexual violence.
It's important to have staff that's their only focus, because prevention is a very important work, and it can't be done as other duties as assigned. It really has to be the focus and to build the expertise and the relationships in the schools to really end this problem.
The safedates program is a 10-session evidence-based curriculum. It can also be offered as 4 sessions or 6 sessions. And the purpose is to prevent teen dating violence. The goals of the program are to help students identify what constitutes healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships. Also to identify the causes and consequences of dating violence. The program also has goals to help students learn skills and resources to help a friend who might be experiencing dating or sexual violence, or who might be perpetrating sexual violence or dating violence. It also helps students develop skills to develop healthy relationships. So things like anger management, conflict management, managing stress in their lives. These goals are great because they're not only raising awareness and providing students with information, but helping them practice skills. And that interactive piece is really important with the program. We do role plays, scenarios, group discussions, activities, so that they can really practice these skills and develop them for their whole lifetime.
I don't think that the program would be as successful if there wasn't such a focus on creating that safe space for them to explore the ideas. And the best way that, the way that resonates the most with the students and the teachers is to begin the whole program by acknowledging the fact that we don't know each other's stories. They don't know me because I'm a guest and I don't know them, but a lot of them, even if they've gone to school their whole lives, don't know each other's stories. And that allows them to be more mindful and also more compassionate, and to really take into consideration the fact that everybody goes through things, and that impacts the way we interact with each other, impacts the way we see the world, and impacts the way we grow from there. So that ties into the connections too, because as we go through, the program needs to be connected to the existing curriculum. It needs to be connected to their lives. But as we go through and they learn skills to manage their emotions and to communicate well, they're also developing connections to themselves and connections to each other, and then the connections to the big picture of all of the resources and support and tools that are out there for them to have a healthy life that's safe.
You really need to use communication in a relationship, because it can go bad, like to the point that hands are involved,
I think that a lot of kids just don't get informed on it, or maybe they don't have an adult that they're close with that they could talk to about it, so they just don't know what's right, what's wrong, and sometimes it's not always best to try it first and see what happens, because that doesn't end up well.
You don't know if what your friend is going through if they don't talk, but if they do talk to you and let's say it's going bad, you got to find a way to help them, and you showed us ways that you could help them or where to get help that they could be helped.
The hotline, that's very helpful for us, and we need to have that information and know that we have help if we need it, that we're not alone, and that if we ever go through a situation like that, we should go to the Women's Resource. And if our friends or family go through that they could go to the Women's Resource too.
Coming into high school, the kids don't really know what is a safe and unsafe relationship. They don't have expectations to, what to even gauge it against. So going through the stories that we've talked about and the scenarios that we've given them through the program gives them like a vantage point of where we are safe and where we're not safe. As well as the forum of the classroom having the guidelines that it's safe to talk about. There's no judgment. We respect one another, and it's supposed to be like a cozy atmosphere. I think that having an outside resource come in with their expertise just makes it so much more complete.
The Women's Resource Center has reached over 1,000 Lackawanna County students in grades 7 through 12 this school year alone. These numbers will grow each year as the program expands in both Lackawanna and Susquehanna counties.
Every school that we've spoken with has not just been open to the program, but eager to start it at their school. A 10-session program is a big commitment for a school, for teachers, for students, and we're really thankful that they're willing to make that commitment and to partner with the Women's Resource Center.
Today I was with a group of 7th graders, and I wasn't sure how it fit in as much because I worked with a lot of high schoolers, and so I've seen unhealthy dating relationships at that level. And today I learned that there were 7th graders who were already starting to experience some of the red flags. So today we talked about red flags, and I think that it's such a powerful and important conversation to have even at the younger ages, because our whole goal is to make sure they never need to use the resources, right? So we want them to be able to go forward and make good choices and be safe. And by equipping them with all these tools at any point, it's going to increase their odds. And I think that that has been really rewarding for everybody who's involved. It's not fun or easy to talk about some of these things, but it's crucial, and it's making a difference. So.